Hooray for uploading battles at Sunday night when I probably should be sleeping and ready for school tomorrow. But okay, we got an underused battle against bl4ckattack with a 4 instead of an A because he's just that hardcore. So he's going to protect against my ambipom lead, which is kind of sucks because I don't get to fake it out. But I'm just going to go for the U-turn because I know he's probably just going to stealth rock or thunder wave. So I'm just going to go into my wish cache predicting either one of those. He ends up going for the stealth rock, which is nice for me because I can try to set up with this thing early game. So I'm fiddling around with the camera a lot because I'm very competitive. I'm very obsessive about getting the camera just right, and I never do, which is so funny. So I go for the substitute on a switch, ends up going into the Slow King, and I'm just going to go for the Earthquake to get damage off. There's no point of setting up because I'm kind of afraid this thing may have Grass Knot or something. And I kind of want to see, I kind of want to see what this thing's going to do. So he just ice beams to break my sub. I'm still kind of fearing the Grass Knot, so I'm just going to switch out, knowing that I can't really do much to this thing, and go into, after we're done eating our apples, go into my Uxie to set up some stuff rocks of my own. So yes, he switches out too. I'm not sure why. I guess fearing, I don't even know. He just switched out, so that's weird. So I go for my stealth rocks, knowing that Shuckle can't do anything to me. It works against toxic me. He's gonna go for wrap and do a whole 1 damage. Like the first time I've ever seen something do 1 HP before. Like even rapid spin does like 3 or 4 hit points usually. So yeah, I go for wrap, which is stupid because I do have U-turn, so I can just U-turn out anyway. So that wrap is completely useless, and I'm gonna go into a jail knowing that he's probably going to want a toxic, and this thing actually kind of likes being toxic, even though I have a flame orb. It's basically the same thing. So he's going to go for the bud, which kind of sucks. I'm going to go for a facade just to see how much I can do with this thing, which is not much at all because Shuckle is a monster. So I'm just going to go into Clefable to go into Sun to take the bide, and for some reason bide actually has positive priority here as he goes first in this turn, which is weird. I'm just going to go for the toxic to toxic this thing, because a toxic Shuckle is a useless Shuckle. So yep, Shuckle getting all toxic and weakened and stuff, and he's gonna switch out into Chuck Norris, which is like the most original nickname for any Hitmon, and I'm just gonna go for the wish because I knew he'd switch or stay in, doesn't matter, Shuckle can't do anything to me, and I don't care about being toxic because I'm a Clefable. So I'm gonna go into Uxie because I really want this thing healed. I also know it can take a close combat, so that was like the perfect switch for me. He's gonna go for the close combat, not gonna do much, and then I'm just gonna get like most of it back thanks to the wish. And it's the epic Clefable Uxie combo once again revived and showing their epicness. It's not as epic in this match, but they're still pretty epic. So I'm just gonna go for the reflect just in case he wants to stay in, but in hindsight I probably should have went for the light screen, but whatever. I'm going for the reflect. Out comes this Slow King. I'm just gonna go for the light screen now because I know he probably can't do anything to kill me, and he ends up just going for the slack up to get some health back on his Slow King. I guess seeing what I don't want to do, I don't know, but yeah, I'm just gonna go for the U-turn now, basically because I can, and getting damage off is nice. Actually, does a decent amount, which is kind of funny because Slow King is more of a special wall. And I'm just gonna go into Clefable, knowing if he wants to status me, this thing is immune to all status conditions because Magic Guard stops me from being fully paralyzed, and I'm already slow, and I don't care about the speed thing. So he's gonna go for the Surf, not gonna do anything because I have a Reflect and I'm a special monster. And I'm just gonna go for the Toxic to wither this thing down as well because dual status Clefable is complete epicness. I have Toxic and Thunder Wave on this thing if you don't know, and I mostly just use Thunder Wave, but Toxic is coming really in handy in this match, which is kind of weird. So he goes back into Hitmonlee, which I didn't really think of, and I'm just gonna go for the Wish because I don't know, I just kind of wanted to see what he wanted to do, kind of scout him. So he's actually gonna switch, predicting my switch into Uxie, but I predicted that he'd predict the switch into Uxie. Just went for the Flamethrower on the Hitmonlee, kind of thinking he's gonna go for like a Stone Edge because I know I can live a hit because I have the Reflect up. So yeah, he goes into Alakazam, and Alakazam can't do anything to me because I'm a special tank and I have a light screen up. He's gonna go for a Focus Blast, which is still a 3-hit KO because Clefable is Beast Mode. And I'm gonna go for the Wish. I probably should have went for the Thunder Wave there, but I wasn't sure if he was gonna stay in because I wasn't sure if he packed the Focus Blast at the time. So yeah, that kind of sucks. So he's gonna go into Hitmonlee as I go for the Thunder Wave, predicting him to stay in, but he just doesn't, which is funny. So yeah, he's a limber, so he doesn't get paralyzed, and I get all my health back thanks to Wish. So I'm just gonna go into Uxie because, like I said, I know I can take any hit from this thing except for like Sucker Punch, which doesn't matter because it can't hit me if I'm not attacking him. So he's gonna go for the close combat, and he gets a crit, which really sucks because that means he's gonna be able to 2-hit KO me, and that just completely threw my entire defensive synergy just completely out of whack. So now I have to death bar or something because nothing on my team could take a close combat at this point. The only thing that could take a close combat was that Uxie, and it kind of weakened out. So I have to death bar my Gardevoir here, which really sucks. It's gonna live with 168 after the leftovers here, which kind of sucks. It's not 69. So if he's just gonna close combat me again, it's gonna take me out. So yeah, like I said, I'm really weak to close combat on this team without Uxie, so that crit just kind of just threw me off. So I'm just going to go into Ambipom here, and the fake out is way too obvious, so I'm just going to predict that he's going to predict that fake out and just go for the U-turn, predicting this thing to come in, this Wormadam steel form thing here. So yeah, I go for that U-turn. He's doesn't take much, and I take some life orb damage, and gonna go into Clefable because I have flamethrower on this thing and completely wreck up his shit with that flamethrower thing. So I'm just gonna go for the wish because I really need some health back on that Uxie because it's the only thing I really had to do with that Hitmonlee. So he's gonna go in the Dunsparce. And I'm praying that he's going to like Thunder Wave here because I know this thing's like a flinch axer. I know everything about Dunsparce. It's so cute and epic. But he uses Headbutt, and that's gonna take out my Uxie, which is just super sad. That's so sad. But at least it's by an epic Dunsparce, because Dunsparce is fucking beast. So I'm gonna go into Jill, knowing that a Facade will probably take it out because of the Facade boost and the guts and all that jazz. You know how solo works. So I go for the Facade. He ends up going into Wormadam, and actually does a decent amount to Wormadam, even though he resists it, which is kind of funny. So yeah, that is a decent amount, and I'm getting hurt by Toxic, and he's getting his lefties and stuff. And he's just gonna protect, stall me out here, which is kind of lame, and, well, I can't really blame him. It's probably what I'd do too. So he's gonna protect here, so he gets more lefties, and I take more Toxic. He's gonna go for the protect again. He doesn't get it, which is funny, because good for you for trying to protect twice in a row. And I'm just gonna Facade. He's not gonna quite die, and I'm just gonna die to the Toxic, so yeah, that kind of is whatever kind of thing. Just kind of. Saying kind of. So I'm gonna go into Wish Cash now because it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good I didn't get to kill him because now I can just set up with this thing and try to sweep his team here. So he's gonna go for the Gyro Ball, which is gonna do anything to me because I'm slow, and yeah, just not gonna do anything. So I'm just gonna go for the Dragon Dance now because he can't do anything to me, and yeah, I kind of sub predicting the Toxic. I know Toxic is probably the only thing he has to hurt me, and he's staying in being an idiot. I don't know why. Just giving me this setup, and I have a sub and +1/+1, so he's like screwed at this point. So I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake because I want to leave this ordeal with the sub and the +1 because if I do that, I know Wish Cash can completely destroy this team because Wish Cash is just that beast mode. So he ends up switching into Shuckle, and that is going to die to that Earthquake. Is it? No, it's not going to quite die, but Poison's going to finish it off. So, yeah, that was kind of whatever. So he's going to go now into his Slowking, and Slowking could probably take a +1 Earthquake, but I have nothing better to do anyways, and yeah, so I'm just going to go for that Earthquake. It's not going to quite die, but it's going to do an awesome amount because Wish Cash is sexy and stuff. So he's going to go for the Surf just to break me. I have no idea why I went for Ice Beam last time if he had Surf, but yeah, he's going to go for that Surf. It's going to break my sub, and I'm eating all my apples and stuff. And now I'm just going to go for the Dragon Dance, knowing that he can't possibly kill me. And if I get that +2, I know I can outspeed that Hitmonlee that he has, because I'm not sure if that thing is like max plus speed or not. But he ends up going into the Alakazam, and as I go for the Dragon Dance, I'm like lol, because he was like faster. But now that I DD the second time, he's like not faster anymore. So I'm just going to waterfall that thing, and it's going to die. So Wish Cash is just being complete epicness. And look how cute it is. I love its back sprite. It's just so epic cute. It's the only time where the back sprite is better than the front sprite. Look at that sprite. It's just so cute with its whiskers and its W. If this thing wasn't Jimmy's, I'd probably name it Nero after that thing from the anime. So yeah, he's gonna go into Wormadam just to die to that Earthquake. At this point, he knows he's swept by this Wish Cash. So yeah, that's pretty much a good game from here on out. So that he's gonna go into his Hitmonlee, I guess, kind of fishing for that crit with that Sucker Punch, but he isn't gonna get it. So after this, I'm going to kill him with Earthquake, and then he's just going to run. So that's a good game. Your name is... Let's see, I'm going to pull up YouTube right now. Yeah, bl4ckattack with a 4, because he's just that hardcore, like I said in the beginning of the battle. So that's a great game. Bye. I should probably go to sleep now. I have school, but I really want to get, narrate this battle now. So sub to me if you like me, and check him out, I guess. His channel will be in the